The second part of unit 3 is beam. Okay, so what is beam? Beam are beams are flexural member in civil engineering structure. So what is mean by flexure? To bend, and which supports the lateral loading. Suppose this is the beam supported on two supports A and B, okay, and the load is provided over the beam. This beam will get bend or deflect. So this is known as flexure. So beam is flexural member in civil engineering structure which supports the lateral load. Okay, so there are different types of beams. First is simply supported beam. Simply supported beam. The beam which is supported on two simple supports is called as simply supported beam. The second is overhanging beam. Beam whose length is extended beyond the support is called as overhanging beam. म्हणजे ज्या बीमची लेंथ ही सपोर्टच्या पुढे पण एक्सटेंड झालेली असते तेव्हा त्याला म्हणायचं ओव्हरहँगिंग बीम. देन नेक्स्ट इज थर्ड कॅन्टिलिव्हर बीम. The beam whose one end is fixed and other end is free. Suppose this is A and B. A end is fixed and B end is free, then it is called as cantilever beam. Fourth, continuous beam. Beam which is supported on more than two supports. It's called as continuous beam. Fifth, fixed beam. The beam whose both ends are fixed, then it is called as fixed beam. And these are the parts, these are the types of simply supported beam. And the next type is compound beam. Simple beams and compound beams. So what is the difference between simple? All these are simple beams and compound beam. Okay, in simple beam the length of beam is single. But what is compound beam? When two beams are interconnected by internal hinges or pins and form a single continuous beam, then that is called as compound beam. म्हणजे काय? Suppose this is A support and these two beams are AB and BC beam is interconnected by internal hinge or pins, then that is called as compound beam. So what have to do in compound beam is, let's separate these two beams AB and BC. Okay, so separate AB beam A and B. So here is the hinge support. At hinge support there are two reactions, RA and HA. So this is hinge. So at hinge there are also two supports. So these two supports are like this. This is RB and HB. Now separate the BC beam. Here is the only one reaction at roller, that is RC, and here is the B. So here there will be two reaction. Okay, the direction of HB reaction in this beam in leftward direction, so in this beam it will be in right direction. जर AB beam मध्ये HB ची डायरेक्शन डावीकडे जात असेल तर तीच BC beam मध्ये HB ची रिएक्शन उजवीकडे जाणार. ठीक आहे, आणि RB ची रिएक्शन इथे अपवर्ड चालली आहे वरती, तर इथे RB ची रिएक्शन कुठे जाणार? खाली. या केसमध्ये आर बी आणि या आर बीची मॅग्निट्यूड सेम असणार, डायरेक्शन अपोजिट असणार. सिमिलरली या एच बीची पण मॅग्निट्यूड सेम असणार पण डायरेक्शन अपोजिट असणार. ओके, मग हे झालं कंपाऊंड बीम. याच्यामध्ये आपण 2 बीमला सेपरेट केलं आहे. परत एकदा सांगते, कंपाऊंड बीम इज इंटरकनेक्टेड बाय हिंज और पिन सपोर्ट. ओके, the next is types of loading. These are the types of beams. Now this is types of loading. बीम वरती डिफरंट टाइपचे लोड ऍक्ट होतात. तर पहिले आहे UDL. UDL म्हणजे काय? युनिफॉर्मली डिस्ट्रीब्युटेड लोड. द लोड विच इज ऍक्टेड ऑन ए बीम ऑल ओव्हर इट्स लेंथ. जे लोड बीमवरती सिमिलरली सगळ्या लेंथवरती ॲक्ट होतं तेव्हा त्याला म्हणायचं UDL, युनिफॉर्मली डिस्ट्रीब्युटेड लोड. द नेक्स्ट इज पॉइंट लोड. ओके, द पॉइंट लोड, लोड विच इज ॲक्टिंग ॲट अ सिंगल पॉइंट, देन इट इज कॉल्ड एज पॉइंट लोड. अँड UVL, the load which is varying linearly over the length of beam, then that is called as UVL. UVL, uniformly varying load. Okay,